Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. As you know that in the previous YouTube lecture, I was not able to conclude the lecture, and so in this lecture we are going to conclude the topic that is print culture and the French Revolution. And in the earlier this lecture, I had in the earlier YouTube lecture I had this discussed with you the third this argument which was put forth by the scholars, by the historians who believed that there is a very good connection between the print culture and the French Revolution. And there I have told you that the third argument is that by 1780s that there was a new literature came out, and that literature completely made a mockery of royalty. It made a mockery of royalty and also criticized their morality. The royalty class, that is the aristocratic class, it was this इसका मजाक उड़ाया गया. It was made mockery of. इसकी मॉकरी उड़ाई गई है, मजाक उड़ाया गया नए लिटरेचर में जो 1780s के बाद मंजर आम पे आया. इसी तरह इस नए लिटरेचर में उनकी मॉरलिटी यानी कि रॉयल्टी की जो रूलर्स है, रूलर्स, नोबल्स, जो भी लोग थे एट द हेल्म ऑफ द अफेयर, दे वर criticized, their morality was questioned, and also the new literature questioned existing social order. The existing social order was questioned. उस पे भी सवालिया निशान लग गए. जो existing social order था, that existing social order at that time was that society was divided into three major classes. One was first estate, as I told you earlier, second estate, and third estate. These were the three major classes that prevailed throughout the Europe, especially in France. And first estate mostly this included nobility, it included aristocracy. Second was clergy, these bishops, popes, and church authorities. And third were the common people, common masses. And among these common masses there were peasants, artisans, laborers, and many others. And society was divided into these three classes, major classes. And the first two classes, that is these first two estates, nobility and clergy, rulers, aristocrats, they were enjoying privileges, while the common people, common masses, they used to suffer. And even the condition of these first two estates was better, and the condition of the third estate, that is common masses, it was very deplorable, and it was very pitiable. So the new literature started questioning about this social order. What type of social order this is? People started questioning them after they came across the ideas of these enlightenment thinkers, enlightenment scholars. And also cartoons and caricatures, cartoons and caricatures, they also suggested that monarchy remained absorbed only in sensual pleasures. That means through the cartoons and caricatures are also cartoons, and through these caricatures and cartoons, this monarchy, the aristocracy, the rulers, they were these through these cartoons, their sensual pleasures were questioned. It was said that this monarchy was absorbed in sensual pleasures. ये कहा गया कि ये monarchy जो है, रूलर जो है, वो ऐश्व अशरत, अपने ऐश्व अशरत में, अपने प्लेजर्स में जो है खोए हुए हैं, जबकि when the common masses, the common people, they are suffering, or they have suffered immensely. That means through these cartoons and caricatures, now monarchy, it was seen through these cartoons and caricatures that monarchy was enjoying the pleasures, monarchy was enjoying the luxurious life, while the common masses, common people, they are suffering very badly. They are facing hardships in their lives. They are not able to make the both ends meet. They were not able to feed the stomach of their families, of their children. And this was again, in other ways, it was questioning these rulers, the aristocracy, the monarchy. And this literature, this type of literature, this literature was not openly published, it was not openly circulated, rather than this literature remained underground. The new literature, in which mockery was made of the royalty, the nobility, the clergy who dominated the society, this new literature that was circulating very widely at that time, it remained underground. ये इस तरह का लिटरेचर जो है, ये खुले आम बाजार में नहीं बिक गया, ये खुले आम लोगों तक नहीं पहुंचा, बल्कि इसकी फिरोख्त जो है वो अंडरग्राउंड हो रही थी. इसको बेचा जा रहा था अंडरग्राउंड, बड़े सीक्रेट तरीके से, बड़े चालाकी से और बड़े होशियारी से इसको सर्कुलेट किया जा रहा था. एंड this type of literature through which people came across, that is the literature that was showing the oppression, that was asking the questions, that was this raising the questions over this aristocracy or the people at the helm of affairs. This led to the growth of hostile feelings or hostile feelings. It led to the growth of hostile feelings among the people against the nobility, against the rulers. रूलर्स के खिलाफ इस तरह के लिटरेचर ने रूलर्स के खिलाफ लोगों में hatredness पैदा की. It led to the feeling of hatredness against the monarchy, against the rulers among the masses. So this was the third argument which was put forward by the historians who believed that the French Revolution occurred under the conditions created by the print culture. But if we analyze these, after analyzing these arguments, these three types of arguments, one can conclude that no doubt the print helped in spreading of ideas दैट इज कि प्रिंट, अगरचे इसमें कोई शक नहीं है कि प्रिंट ने एनलाइटनमेंट थिंकर्स, एनलाइटनमेंट स्कॉलर्स के आइडियाज को स्प्रेड किया, फैलाया लोगों में, उनको पॉपुलराइज किया, बट it is important that people, the readers, people did not read only just one kind of literature. इसमें कोई शक नहीं है कि लोग जो है कि प्रिंट ने एनलाइटनमेंट थिंकर्स के आइडियाज जो है वो फैला दिए यूरोप में, या स्पेशली इन फ्रांस, बट एट द same time it has been said that people did not read only one type of literature. लोग एक ही तरह का लिटरेचर जो है नहीं पढ़ते थे, rather than people come across various types of literatures. On one hand, if the people read, or if people read ideas of Rousseau and Voltaire, on one hand, but on the other hand, they also read the ideas of monarchical and church authorities. So on one hand, these people, they came across the ideas or they were exposed to the ideas of Voltaire and Rousseau. On one hand, they read their writings, they came across their ideas, but on the other hand, these monarchical and church propaganda also influenced them. We cannot say that influenced them, but they were also exposed to the ideas of monarchy. That means the propaganda which was spread at that time by the rulers of Europe, especially the France, and the church authorities. The church authorities, popes, bishops, and others, they other who were associated with these with the church, what they did, they this spread their ideas, they launched their propaganda, and through their propaganda they highlighted they criticized the ideas of Voltaire and Rousseau, and they tried to defend their own institutions, their own monarchical institutions, their own despotic rule, and the church authorities, the legitimacy of church. They legitimated their rule as well as that of this church. So, and it was not that people were directly influenced. People were not directly influenced. By everything they saw or read. Whatever people saw or whatever people read, it is not always that they were influenced by that. Rather than people were not influenced. Everything that comes or that people encountered, whether they saw that or whether they read that in the books through the literature, they were not influenced by that. Rather, they accepted some ideas and rejected others. So people, लोग जो थे, ये जरूरी नहीं था कि लोगों ने जो देखा या लोगों ने जो पढ़ा किताबों में उससे वो डायरेक्टली इन्फ्लुएंस हुए, मुतासिर हुए. नो, ऐसा नहीं था. रादर देन कि whatever this people accepted some ideas, लोगों ने कुछ आइडियाज को एक्सेप्ट किए which they thought this satisfied their reason, जो लग रहा था उनको कि वो रैशनल है, which they thought rational, they accepted those ideas. वो आइडियाज उन्होंने एक्सेप्ट किए जो उनके जो रैशनल है, उनकी सोच को जो है सेटिस्फाई कर रहे थे. एंड सम आइडियाज विच दे फाउंड illogical, unsatisfactory, they were not, some ideas were not satisfying their rational, they were beyond the reason, and they rejected them. इन्होंने उनको रिजेक्ट कर दिया. बट द पॉइंट इज दैट कि जो आइडिया चाहे वोल्टायर के होंगे, इन एनलाइटनमेंट स्कॉलर्स के, चाहे रूसो के थे, इन्होंने एक तरफ से लोगों ने इनका लिटरेचर पढ़ा, दूसरी तरफ से लोगों ने मोनार्की और चर्च और मोनार्की भी जो है वो ऐसे नहीं रहे, बल्कि उन्होंने भी अपना प्रोपोगंडा स्टार्ट किया, उन्होंने भी अपना प्रोपोगंडा लॉन्च किया, और उन्होंने भी जो है अपने आप को डिफेंड करने के लिए बहुत सारी चीज़ों को नए सिरे से इवेलुएट किया और नए सिरे से लोगों के सामने वो चीज़ें रख दी. तो इस तरह से लोग वही चीज़ें, लोग इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं थे कि सारा कुछ जो उनके जो है सामने आ जाता था, चाहे वो कोई चीज़ पढ़ते किताब में या चाहे किसी चीज़ को वो देख लेते, वो इससे इन्फ्लुएंस डायरेक्टली नहीं होते थे. रादर देन पीपल एक्सेप्ट सम आइडियाज विच दे फाउंड लॉजिकल, विच दे फाउंड in which the people found rational, and some ideas they rejected. कुछ ideas को उन्होंने reject किया, and people interpreted the things of their own. People interpreted the things of their own and in their own way, in their own ways. लोगों ने चीजों को जो है खुद ही इंटरप्रेट किया, खुद ही लोगों ने मीनिंग्स निकाली. पीपल इंटरप्रेटेड द थिंग्स डिफरेंटली इन डिफरेंट वेज, बहुत सारे तरीकों में, अपना अपना तरीका हर एक के पास था. एंड दैट वैरी, दैट डिफर्ड, पर्सपेक्टिव्स डिफर्ड, views or opinions differed from people to people. So people interpreted, they looked at the things of their own, they interpreted these, they had their own approach of looking at the things, and they interpreted the things according to their own. जैसे उनको लगा कि उन्होंने वैसे ही चीज़ों को जो है देखना शुरू किया, और उसी तरह उन्होंने चीज़ों को जो है इंटरप्रेट किया, उनका मतलब, उनका माने निकाल दिया. So, and concludingly we can say that print did not directly shape their minds, but it did one thing. हम कह सकते हैं कि प्रिंट ने डायरेक्टली लोगों का माइंडसेट चेंज नहीं किया, या लोगों का माइंड सेटअप जो है वो इससे शेप ऐसे नहीं किया डायरेक्टली. रादर देन उस पर कोई इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं दिखा, लोगों की साइकी पे या लोगों के माइंड सेटअप पे कोई इम्पैक्ट इस प्रिंट की वजह से डायरेक्टली नहीं पड़ा. रादर देन दिस प्रिंट opened up the possibilities. It opened up the possibility. It opened up the possibility of thinking differently. ये जो प्रिंट है, अगरचे प्रिंट ने लोगों के माइंड सेटअप को चेंज नहीं किया, अगरचे लोगों की सोच नहीं बदल सकी इस प्रिंट की वजह से, मगर इसने जो लोगों की सोच थी, लोगों की सोच अगर इस प्रिंट की वजह से डायरेक्टली इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं हुई, लोगों का माइंड सेटअप अगर चेंज डायरेक्टली नहीं हुआ, रादर हम कह सकते हैं दिस प्रिंट opened up the possibility of thinking differently. People started thinking differently in different ways and in different this manner. People looked at the things, as I told you, people looked at the things differently in different manners. लोगों ने हर एक चीज की तरफ देखना शुरू किया with differently and in different manner. So thinking of the people started thinking differently. That is why the perspectives vary from one person to another. The views, the opinion, it differed from person to person. That is what the impact of this print had on the thinking of the people. Although it did not directly change the mindset of the people, rather it left its impact on the thinking of the people. The people started thinking differently, in a different way, in different manner, in different situations. That is what the print culture and print revolution, its relationship is. So with this, I think this is enough. So uh, this with this, your topic, that is print culture and print revolution, ended. And thank you.